All right, y'all. Welcome back to Ways of Wellness, where we are talking all things holistic lifestyle, wellness journey, and wacky wellness stories that you're not going to want to miss. And we are here joined by a beautiful special guest. We have Faye with Be Goddess Grown, and she is a holistic coach, and she is going to be talking to us about her wellness journey. How are you today?
I am fine, beautiful. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to talk to you.
Yes. Y'all, I just have to say, this woman has such a special place in my heart. We prayed for each other.
We did.
And I am just so grateful. Yes. Mm-hmm. Sierra's prayer, but with a friend.
Exactly.
But we're married for life.
Yes. We're so wise.
We're locked in. So I just appreciate you coming and talking to us. I mean, you have such a profound history when it comes to just wellness in your body and why you do what you do. So talk to us about being a holistic coach. What got you into doing that?
Oh, Divine. Divine got me here. I am learning more as I get older how I was groomed for this.
Built for this.
Yeah. And I thought when I was younger, I was going to have a very different life. I was going to be a Broadway star. I was going to be, I don't know, on TV or something. Mm-hmm. That was my goal, was to be an entertainer. And I was sick very young. I used to have really chronic asthma as a child. From 2 years old till about 8 years old, I was constantly in and out of the hospital. So much so, like, they were like, okay, she's here, send her back into her room, because that's how often I was inflamed. And as I've gotten older, that's the most beautiful thing about discovering yourself and all the ways that have gotten you to where you are today. Uh-huh. And every little step, every naturopath, I started going to see my naturopath that I still have now at 32 when I was 8. And that just really changed everything. I think the shift back then, being holistic or even organic was exotic, when you tell somebody oh, I have to eat organic, or I can't eat processed this, or no soy, no gluten, no dairy. It was all taboo. Well, what are you going to eat? Celery or something.
Yeah.
So I think it's come such a long way. And I've just been able to be a part of the process to help people bridge from where they want to be in their wellness journey to from where they are. Yeah. So, even if it's something as small as I just discovered crystals and I don't really know what to do with that. Yeah. Or, I think I want to change my diet, or I don't know my blood type, but I think I should, change the way that I'm eating, or I can't get rid of the stomach, or I can't get rid of the stress. I'm always tired. Any of those things, because I was blessed to be able to see so many people transition through so many things in wellness. Yeah. I was able to really look at other people's journeys and then help support other people as they came into my life. So,
so what I'm hearing is, okay, that one, you were built for this, and then
I was designed.
You were designed for this. But what I'm also hearing is you just have a natural desire to help people get from where they are to where they need to go, kind of no matter what the interest is. It's you are a gatekeeper into someone who might be novice or new to this, really stepping into their full potential and stepping into their wellness journey.
Yeah, I would say more an usher, an usher more than a gatekeeper. Okay. I think just helping people holding their hand through the process and encouraging them, because everybody needs an accountability partner. Everybody needs somebody that they can be transparent and vulnerable with. And when it comes to your wellness, a lot of times that's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot to tell somebody I've been struggling with this, or I really want to do better. I just don't know how. And in a world where take this pill or go to the doctor and they'll give you something for the symptoms, or, that's so popular. You can go to Amazon, order whatever you need. But now you can also go to Amazon and order whatever holistic needs that you need for the most part. You know what I mean? It's just about helping people to know what decisions to
order.
Make.
Yeah.
Because when you've been living your whole life ordering ordering Advil, or taking, a ginger ale and a saltine cracker, that's what to soothe your stomach. You're not thinking homeopaths. Like, you don't even know what that means.
Right.
So just really like breaking down the stigma of it being, this luxurious experience that you have to have when you can afford organic foods or you can shop at Whole Foods. Like, no, there's so many local markets and there's so many farmers, and like just helping people to understand that there's so much more around you than what they allow you to believe.
Wow, that is so powerful. And really want to hit the nail on the head with that, because people do view living a healthy lifestyle much more expensive or much more out of reach, right? It's so much easier to go to McDonald's and get a burger and then be crappy later on, right? Because your gut's all messed up, instead of reaching out to someone like you and just seeing what options that are affordable for them.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually an amazing point. Because I know a little bit more about you, I'm going to pry on some information that I know. Okay. But talk to me about some of the things that you've had to overcome for your own body, right? And the journey that you have gone through individually to heal yourself.
I think it's always a journey. I think I've come from the muck, where I was constantly sick and, constantly inflamed.
Like, going on?
Well, with asthma, like, you're always short of breath and, they're always putting you on steroids to like help you survive and live and breathe, all of those things, which are necessary when you're in critical states. But like they take the body, the toll that it takes on the body on the back end is what they don't tell you how to navigate on the front end. Yeah. And so
they just give you a pill.
Yeah. They just, because their goal is to just get you out of that trauma, that chronic inflammation immediately. And so they do what they can do. And then after that, when you're swollen or, you're eating or you holding on to water or, just the stress, it's a lot of different ways that can show up. And so like, I think as a kid, I was very sheltered from like, okay, you can't go play this because you might get sick. Okay, you can't go do that because you might get sick.
But you actually had a lot of inflammation going on yourself.
Yeah, I did. So, moving up and through that, like, I think when I discovered my blood type and understanding how to eat for my blood type, that was a big shift for me. And then, once you start to know better, you have to do better. Yeah. Because then your body is like, okay, actually, we don't like this. Yeah. And that's also something a lot of people don't really talk about with your wellness journey in general, is that, when you're eating McDonald's all the time, your body might not feel that bad until you stop. Yeah. And then you go back to McDonald's after you haven't been there in a month, and then you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, I know. I had Taco Bell the other day, and I was like, never again. I ain't doing that. I was down for it. I was down bad.
You really feel like your body, it will feel like a parent. Like, actually, no. Yeah. No, we can't do that anymore. Yeah. And you start to get more sensitive. Yeah. And so honestly, like, of all the things that I've come through, because like, even now, like there are times where I'm like, okay, I don't know what I ate, or I don't know what's going on with my chakras, but I'm feeling a little off, or, it's really just taking the time to take a breath, be attuned to what's going on in your body, listen to your body. Yeah. And if you don't know what to do, reach out for someone, because I've been blessed to have so many different people I've accumulated over time where I can say, hey, call my naturopath. Hey, something's going on with my solar plexus, or something's going on with my small intestines, or, I'm experiencing this and I've tried that, Yeah. But it's constantly a journey, and I feel like the proof is in the pudding, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that I used to deal with and aches and pains that I don't have anymore. But like I said, if I eat something that I'm not supposed to eat, it's like a red flag immediately. Yeah. Food intolerances are like I'm a lot more sensitive now. And so I think it's mostly just embracing like that your body has the ability to heal itself from whatever. And you have the power to navigate yourself through that. You just need to tap in to yourself and reach out to some resources that can help you guide your way through. And it's a beautiful experience once you know, like, nobody can tell me anything about my body. If I go to the hospital today, I'm going to be telling them, like, listen,
Right.
This is what's happening.
Right.
And I need
Right.
you to run a scan, take a test, or look at something because I can't see this, but I know something's happening here.
Right. Listen to your body up. You don't take away anything from this conversation. Your body will talk with you, especially when you have an ear to listen. And so you have been dealing, or you were as a kid dealing with chronic inflammation for a very long time. You were in and out the hospital. Tell me just really briefly advice that you would give someone if they are also going through chronic inflammation. What are some immediate kind of suggestions that they can take advantage of?
First, find your blood type. That's such a big step because a lot of the things that we are eating on a daily basis are inflaming us. And we might not be able to immediately remedy the symptoms, but when you can find out what it is that you should avoid, then you can just stay with the foods that are beneficial to your blood type, because there are foods that you shouldn't have, and then there are beneficial foods.
Eating for your blood type.
Yeah,
you don't even go through that.
Yeah, it's such a thing. And, people go their whole life and don't even know their blood type.
Right.
So that's one thing. And then I would say outside of honoring and taking time to breathe and meditate and really allow your body to reveal what's going on, go and get a good naturopath or an energy healer.
Holistic health coach. Find somebody like us that can come and say, hey, this is what I have going on, and I want to try it different. Yeah. Give yourself that opportunity. I love that. All right. So real quick, tell us about a wacky wellness story that you have or anything. It was a recipe, or if you tried a psychedelic, a cannabis experience. What is a wacky wellness story that you have? Honestly, the one thing that I'm not sure if it's really wacky, but I was into cannabis and like into CBD, and I could give it to my mom or to other people that were like in pain, and I could see how it would change them. But like, if you're just taking CBD by itself, you can have that avocado. Like, okay, I feel a little relaxed, but that's kind of all I feel, And so it gets a bad rep because it's not giving you nothing. We like to be high. But if you didn't know. But when one time, and like I said, because I haven't had asthma issues, I don't have flare-ups or anything like that. But I was really stressed, and I had like a chemical issue, like somebody was spraying something, and I was driving down to Tampa. I think my niece was being born, and I was like rushing to get down there. And in the middle, I started to have like chest pains and shortness of breath, and I was like, oh shoot, I haven't had this experience in like 10 years. Like I don't even know what to do. Yeah. And so I didn't have an inhaler on me or anything. Okay, I don't advise this, but I didn't have an inhaler on me or anything. It's why it's wacky. And so all I had was my CBD. And I was like in the middle of nowhere, Florida, and it was 50 miles to the next, like, they have the billboards, and like 50 miles to the next, emergency room. And I was like, Lord Jesus, okay, how am I going? I just got to drive to the hospital. That's what I'm going to do. All I had was CBD. Start putting some under my tongue, holding it for 3 minutes, swallow. Put some more under there, hold it under my tongue, swallow. I was probably about halfway done with that bottle by the time I got like 10 miles out. Because, it's one fluid. Okay. So, I was doing the most. Yeah. But I probably gave myself maybe like 10 doses, in all honesty. But by the time I got 5 miles out from that hospital, I had full lung capacity. Like the level of lung capacity that I had, like it freaked me out. Wow. Because even with like, they give you a treatment, when you first get to the hospital, or inhaler, whatever. Nothing has ever remedied it that fast for me to be able to take. Ooh, and she just dropped the nugget. Yeah. And then I was a believer. I was like, oh, I am selling this everywhere. Like, I got to tell everybody about this because it was so miraculous to me as a person that literally has lost breath. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that 10 doses, y'all. Yeah. She dosed herself up. I did. I healed myself. Healed herself. Well, I just appreciate your presence and your energy and your aura. Beautiful. Absolutely. Let the people know where they can find you. Oh, you can find me at The Goddess Grown. That is
THE Goddess Grown on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the places. And you can also find us in Hateville. We have a space, and you can come get consultations, do all the things. So follow us.
Healed, y'all.
Yes. Follow us and come see us.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Love
it. And until next time, this is Ways of Wellness, and you can find us on YouTube at purepath_co and check out our latest episodes.
Right.